What's up YouTube, it's your boy Barcode. I'm back with another Summoners Warlord Centuria video. I'm gonna leave a link down in the description below. Me and ChildishPlays, another content creator of Summoners War brand. You may know him, I'm sure you do. We did a collaboration together a couple days ago, and I want you to watch that video if you're a beginner, because it shows the top 5 free-to-play best beginner monsters. I'm going to elaborate on that video, and this video is going to be about the top 5 best mid-game monsters available. These 5 are probably the most used monsters in the game right now in this meta. These are more realistic choices without the pay-to-win aspect. To note, as a free-to-play player, you have to take what the game gives you. Obviously, everyone is not going to have the same amount of cards or card level. You need to make your team comps according to your actual account. Overall, in a fair play of field of play, whatever you call it, in my opinion, these are the top 5. If you do like this content, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the bell dingy thing to get all the notifications when I post a video. Let's get this started. Number 5, I'm going to go with Beretta. Beretta is used in almost 90% of the comps, I would say. Beretta is your damage over time champion. He will attack all enemies and grants 2 continuous damage ticks on each enemy if they don't glance or miss. The great thing about Beretta is you can rune him in many different ways. I personally use Swift, so in the beginning of the match, his AoE continuous damage is at a 3 skill and not a 4. You could make him tanky and put on the energy runes or whatever the case may be, but I prefer a quick AoE continuous damage at 3 mana cost. Beretta really starts to shine when you get his skill stone. When you get this harmful effect, it increases the continuous damage duration of Flaming Thunder by 3 seconds. So that's 3 ticks of 2 dots instead of 2, which is huge damage. Beretta can easily be countered with a McKeen, Eleanor, Soul Cleanse, and Transfer. However, if you play your cards right, you can get away with that. Number 4 on my list is Kimoon? Let's just say Anubis. Fire Anubis. He is a HP base monster that does really good damage. The skill set on him is pretty incredible. Not only does it grant unrecoverable, his damage is based off of his HP, recovers his own HP and the ally with the lowest HP, depending on the amount of damage you deal. Obviously, you want to build him with as much HP as possible, so in this intermediate phase, I would definitely rune him with some energy runes, try to get some crit rate subs and some crit damage subs. Every single skill stone that you can get is very strong. I haven't been able to get a skill stone with him yet. I would like to test which skill stone would be better. Is the 20% damage increase from the first skill stone better, or is the HP of 20% better? Depending on where you use them, HP could be better because you get that damage increase plus you get that survivability. That legendary skill stone though, if one of your allies gets defeated, it immediately revives the defeated ally and evens out the HP ratio between you, which Fire Anubis, and the target. That's huge, dude. I don't know what they mean by the cooldown time exists. That's that calm to us descriptions. So if anybody actually knows and has this skill stone, please let me know in the comments below. Number 3, Thrain. The Dark Grim Reaper, bringing death and destruction. Doomsday. Meteorites of Doomsday fall on the random enemies to inflict damage to stun them with 30% chance. However, it's a 100% chance if they're under continuous damage. So obviously, if you run Thrain, most likely you're going to run Beretta. You don't necessarily need to though. Thrain in the back line is one of your last monsters. If it's 1 vs 2 or 2 vs 2 or whatever the case may be, as long as you're not spamming his skill and have a high mana cost by the end of the match, you can chain stun and do a lot of damage. When there's only 1 or 2 people left, all of his meteorites will fall down on one person or split between the 2 instead of splitting between multiple people. He has high attack, decent HP, so what you most likely want to do is run him with high attack, get the crit rate subs and accuracy subs. Thrain skill stones are pretty good. If I could choose, I would definitely go with the second or the third one. Increasing the damage of Doomsday can be pretty well. It's not a big boost of 15%. It doesn't do much damage to begin with unless there's 1 or 2 enemies instead of 4 or 5. The hero skill stone can be pretty good, but it's only 25% of the damage dealt. I could see that hero skill stone being very well if it's a 1 vs 2 or a 2 vs 2, something like that, for some self sustain. He has a high mana cost, which can be an issue, but this game is all about mana conservation. Number 2 on the list, Lapis. the magical knight. Look at that side cheek, side cheek, side cheek, side cheek, side cheek. Her retrieve magic skill steals the magic power from the frontline enemies and grants shield in proportion to the damage dealt. This is really good the more people that you hit. She can literally solo a whole backline by herself 1 vs 4, depending on the other team comp. If they have a wind damage dealer that applies armor break, which could be the #1 monster, she shines. You want to boost that attack power as much as possible. Get fatal, crit rate, and crit damage subs. Personally, your skill stones are decent. I would go with the damage one so you have more shield. The legendary one can be really good. That's an AoE strip to strip all their beneficial effects. There's not many in the game that do that. The #1 free-to-play best monster, in my opinion, is Sofia, the Wind Perret. Why? Bam. Her spinning slash skill attacks the forefront enemy 5 times, with each attack having a fixed chance to grant defense down. You can technically, if you get the right substats, high crit rate, high crit damage, and high accuracy, you can get a defense down 3 and pretty much one-shot any character besides fire. Obviously, Runeher has a damage dealer, high attack, high crit rate, high crit damage, high accuracy. I will do a more intensive rune guide in the future, because there's no really perfect rune set for anyone. It's all about the stats. Crit damage, attack, accuracy, and for other characters, HP, defense, whatever the case may be. If you have a fatal set that doesn't have good substats, but you have a swift set that has amazing substats, just because you get that fatal bonus, the swift set is most likely going to be a little bit better. Any skill stone that she gets is actually really good for Sofia. Increased defense down chance, increased damage of spinning slash, and the legendary, which is a passive, you have a 40% chance to get her card right back with 1 lower mana cost. In my opinion, Sofia is definitely the best free-to-play mid-game hero you can have. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this video today. Comment down below if you agree with my list or if you disagree. Tell me your top 5 free-to-play best monsters in Summoners War Lost Centuria. Make sure to follow me at Twitch at Bald Barcode. I stream every other night, 10:30 p.m. Central. I'm going to be doing a tier list in the near future and probably the next 1 or 2 videos, so make sure to check out that. Until the next video, keep on grinding. Peace.